Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kristen, and if you're new here, this is a corner of the internet where I come at you every other week and share what I've been making. I do a lot of knitting, crochet, weaving, spinning, beadwork. I am multi-craftual, so if you're like me and love diving down all the crafty rabbit holes, you're in a good place. And this week, I'm actually going to be talking about crochet. And I also want to say thank you so much to everyone for your feedback on the last episode where I said that I was trying something new, a new format on the channel, where instead of talking about every craft that I've been working on, just a whole show and tell of what I've been knitting, what I've been sewing, what I've been weaving. I'm just going to focus on one craft in particular. Many of you said that you enjoy the new format, so we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna keep going. So as I said, this week I'm talking about what I've been crocheting. I've got so much fun stuff to share with you. I hope you're excited for it. But before we get into it, if you would like to support this channel and unlock some bonus content, you can do that by becoming a member of this YouTube channel. There's a join button right below this video or on the main page. You can also subscribe to my Substack. And in case you missed it, this past weekend I launched a Patreon. Some of you mentioned that you prefer supporting your favorite creators over on Patreon. So after giving it a lot of thought, I decided to go for it, launch Patreon, so you have another way of helping me keep making videos like this. So whether it's YouTube, Substack, or Patreon, whichever platform you're more comfortable on, if you decide to support me, it would mean the world. Thank you so much. All right, my friends, let's chat crochet. I'm coming to you from my sunroom today, so apologies in advance if the lighting is a little wonky. It's gonna get bright, it's gonna get dark, but I don't know, I wanted a change of scenery. Normally I record in my craft room, but today I was feeling the sunroom. Also because I'm kind of doing a sneaky crafty takeover. Dennis sometimes works in here. He's got his computer and desk on this side, and then on this side I have my spinning wheel, I have my rigid heddle loom, and then I also just built and installed a bookshelf for me to keep all of my crafting supplies in. Just some extra storage, you know? So it's coming together very, very nicely. I'm so happy, and I really do love spending time in this room just because it's so sunny. I love my craft room, don't get me wrong. It's so, dark and cozy and full of all my favorite things, but sometimes you need a little vitamin D, it's good for the soul. Doilies, let's talk doilies, because my friends, I have been on a serious doily kick. One of the reasons is because of this room. When I got it in my head that I wanted to slowly take over the room with crafting, I realized it could use a little more doilies, a little more decoration. I'm looking at the mantle, which is behind, I have a fireplace. There's a non-working fireplace in this room. It's behind the camera, and right above it is a mantle. And I'm like, you know what? That could use some more doilies. Let's put some doilies everywhere. I mean, I've got a doily here. This is a doily pillow that I made. It's I'm completely blanking on the pattern. I will pop it down here, the pattern and the designer. It's a free pattern, but I made it specifically for this room, and the back is lined with Liberty fabric, of course, and it's got this fun pom-pom fringe. Yeah, so it kind of lives here in the sunroom, but you make one doily for the sunroom, you've got to make 20 more, am I right? So this first doily that I finished is the Mable doily by Fearon, and oh my goodness, guys, this was so fun to make. And I crocheted this out of Aunt Lydia's size 10 thread, crochet thread, in, I guess it's the sage color? Anyway, it's a light seafoam green, if I had to describe it. More on the green side. I think it's more sage than anything. Obviously more muted than this wasabi color right here, but I thought this would be kind of a nice little accent to throw on the mantle, especially because I kind of have like a beach vibe happening in this room. There's lots of, like seashells. It's very Cape Cod inspired, I would say. That's what I'm going for in this room, I guess. But this pattern was so relaxing and so fun to make. And I was actually surprised because, I mean, Fearon patterns, if you are a beginner crocheter, this is not exactly beginner friendly. I remember when Nora Ling, hi Nora, I don't know if you're watching, but Nora Ling, she has a YouTube channel, which is in Deutsch, German. but I really enjoy watching her channel, and she got me started on doily making. And when I tried to crochet Grace Fearon pattern, I was just well in over my head. I did not know what I was doing, and I decided to table the project and come back to it at a later date. Well, after, you know, fast forward, I want to say like a year or so, after I've been doing a lot more crochet, dabbling, and just learning, I came back to it, and I was surprised by how much I knew. Like, I didn't have to research stitches. I just knew exactly what I had to do reading the pattern. So that was a surprise. That was a really nice surprise. You know, again, it just shows you practice, 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 you know, and you come back to something and holy cow. Yeah, it was just a breeze. But it has like these really cool little baubles in the center, and then it just branches out into these really beautiful fans or spikes or picots. And they've got some hair on it, of course, cat hair, mostly cat hair. But the really magical part about doily making is that, you know, once you're done crocheting it, it's still kind of like shriveled up. Like this doily right here that I just finished, in my humble opinion, I think it looks really beautiful as it is, but the real magic happens when you block it. So I did a video for channel members showing you how I block this doily. So at first it was kind of like all shriveled and pruned up or whatever, but after you wet it and then you pin it out, it really blooms. So yeah, that was a video. I believe it was called Block a Doily with Me. I basically just show an overhead of me pinning it out and, you know, opening up all that lace. Many of you seem to enjoy that video, so I'm gonna do it again for this one. This is the Moon Petals doily pattern by Julie Hart. Unlike the Mable doily, which is a free download, so a wonderful free pattern by Grace Fearon, this is a paid for pattern by Julie Hart. Very, very well written. And what I really like about Julie Hart's patterns is that she charts everything out. I mean, I was like, thank you, thank you. I mean, she offers the written instructions and then she also offers the charted version. But the cool thing about her charts are, you know, it's photographs of the section of the doily that you're creating, that you're crocheting, and then she overlays the chart on top of the stitches. So you can actually visually see what the symbols are and what they're supposed to look like in reality. So it kind of goes back to what I was saying about reading your stitches. So as with knitting, you've probably heard the term reading your knitting. So if you're knitting lace and you make a mistake, you can just look down at your work and see which row you made a mistake, and you can rip back and fix it. The same goes for crochet. So especially with doilies, because it's also lace. You can see if your double crochets are lining up with the stitches below. It's a really handy skill to have. So if you can learn to read your knitting or crochet, I mean, it comes in handy, let me tell you. And yeah, I have to say, like, there are some mistakes in this doily. Like, I just kind of fudged certain stitches. So it'll be interesting to see if it's noticeable when I block this all out. I'm really curious to see. As I learn how to crochet and advance my skills and learn all these, you know, advanced stitches, you kind of learn little tricks, because let's be real, unlike knitting, crochet, when it comes to mistakes, you have to rip all the way back. You know, you'll notice a mistake down here. There's no other way to fix it other than ripping all the way back. Whereas knitting, you can just drop down your stitches and crochet your way back up. So, you know, you kind of have to, with crochet, I'm learning that I have to choose my battles. You know, after putting all the work into this, do I really want to rip back and do it all over again? As I get older, I'm learning to embrace imperfections, and I'm loving it. So much less stress, you know? So, yeah, anyway, I'm curious to see if the mistakes will be noticeable, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Anyway, this is just going to hang up on a mantle. No one will be the wiser. If you're staring at my doilies, my decorative doilies, you need to find another hobby. So that's doily making. Oh, and this colorway also on Lydia's size 10 crochet thread in the silver colorway, which I really, really love. It's just like this very gossamer silver color. I want to say it's like a gray with a slight purplish hue. It's so pretty, so pretty. And for the Mable doily, I used a size 2 crochet hook. In case you're curious, these are from Knit Picks. My wonderful friend Tara gifted these crochet hooks to me and my friends for Christmas, and oh my gosh, these crochet hooks are so great, guys. I am a huge fan. Tara, if you're watching, thank you. I use these all the time, and they have such a great, you know, obviously not sponsored, but they have such a great handle, you know. So yeah, size 2mm for the Mable doily, just like the pattern suggests. And for the moon petals, I actually used a size, size 1.75mm needle, as the pattern suggests. As you know, guys, I do not gauge swatch. I'm not a swatcher, guys. I just don't do it. Send the swatch, please. Go for it, because I don't know what to tell you. But it turned out just fine. I think it turned out just fine. Yes, 1.75mm, and these are actually by Tulip. I love these crochet hooks for crocheting doilies. I mean, it comes in a set. I actually purchased this set a while ago. Again, not sponsored. Got these off of Amazon. They were an investment, but my gosh, I truly enjoy working with them. And look, the case is actually very nice too. It's very sturdy and comes with a nice selection of fine crochet hooks, like perfect for doily making. And I really like how it comes with a little cap on it, like so. I mean, I don't know. I keep waiting for the day that I lose the cap, but here's the tip. It has a nice, sharp head to it. It's so nice. Anyway, I'll link down below to where you can find these online, but I highly recommend them. In other crochet news, I have been putting a massive dent in my Romanesque tote. Oh my gosh, guys, it is almost done. And I'm so sorry. I didn't come with show notes today, but I will pop the designer's name down here. This is the Romanesque tote. It's a wonderful pattern. Here it is up close. It's just a very, you know, basic rectangular tote with like these little crochet arch details and baubles and popcorn stitches. It's so cool. It's so cool. And if you recall, I cast this on at the beginning of summer. Dennis and we made a trip to Florida where I cast it on the plane, worked on it there on the beach, and then we went to Barbados. I worked on it there, and then we went to Cape Cod and I worked on it. So this has been like my summer project. This has been my beach project. You know, the yarn, which again is Aunt Lydia's size 3. It's her fashion size 3 crochet thread in the copper colorway. This has been such a great yarn to work on the beach, especially because, you know, when you're on the beach, you know, you have sunblock on your hands and you get the humidity and the wind, and the cotton is just so beach friendly, let me tell you. And I actually made a mistake with, you know, when I was following the directions. Again, the pattern is very well written. It's, you know, there's no chart or anything, but it's just very clear, very understandable. But the one hiccup, the one thing that I would have done differently is the instructions for where to place the straps, because she doesn't put a note in until after the instructions for casting on the straps. So when I added the straps, you know, you crochet around and then you chain however many, like 175, I did 150 chains, and then chained around another 150 chains. Only then I looked at it and I'm like, this does not look like it's properly aligned. And then came the note where she says, you know, if your straps don't align, readjust visually. So I'm like, oh, thanks. But you know, whatever. It wasn't a big deal. So I ripped back, and now we're back on track. And yeah, I mean, I still have a ways to go. I still have to, the straps are still a little bit too thin. So a couple more rounds to go, and once the straps are thick enough, I will have a finished tote. Yay! And I think I will be using this as a beach tote because, yeah, why not? Why not? I love it. So much fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. Yeah, perfect travel project. I mean, if you're looking for something, look no further. I will leave a link to it down below. And for the Romanesque tote, I have been using a size 2.5 millimeter hook. Again, by Knit Picks. These hooks are great. Wonderful, wonderful. The one thing that I would say that I mean, especially for this yarn pairing, the one thing that I wish that this hook would have, but it does have a sharp head. It does have a sharp head. When I knit the chain for the strap, it's, you know, when you come back around and, you know, build out the chain, it's initially getting into that little chain bump, that single, you know, that very thin chain, just getting into that bump with the crochet hook that was a little, not a little, it was very tedious, not gonna lie. So that took a little elbow grease, and while I was crocheting on it, I thought to myself, man, I wish my crochet hook had a sharper tip, but it is relatively sharp. Maybe just, I think it was just for that instance that I was having trouble. But for the most part, this hook is just chef's kiss, works lovely with the yarn. So there's that. So that, my friends, is what I've been crocheting on lately. And I hope this lighting is okay. I know the sun's been coming in and out of the clouds. This is gonna be fun to edit later. But the other thing that I thought would be fun to share with you today is some long lost crochet projects that I cast on many moons ago and have not seen the light of day. And one of those is, let me know if this looks familiar. Yeah. This thing, this beast. This is my wavy gravy crochet blanket. Holy cow, guys, this thing is huge. Oh my gosh, this is, I was thinking about this pattern, this project the other day, and this is the first time that I'm pulling it out of the bag and looking at it. And I thought, you know, while I was thinking about it, I was like, I should probably just rip this thing out because I do not need a king size crochet blanket like this. Maybe just a throw, but not one to put on the bed. But now that I'm looking at it, I've come so far. I've come so far on it. This, I should mention the pattern. This is a pattern from Attic 24. I'm blanking on the name, as I do. I think it's the crochet ripple blanket, ripple stripe pattern down here. It's a free pattern and super easy. I mean, it's definitely one of those patterns where I have to pay attention to what my hands are doing. So it's not really just kind of a walk in the park. I mean, it's easy. It's easy. I just have to count a lot, which hurts my brain a little bit. But yeah, it's as wide as a king size bed, guys. If you recall, I cast this on last summer. Dennis and I were driving back from somewhere and we made a pit stop at Walmart, and as I do, I wandered into the craft section and thought it would be cool to cast on an Afghan in the car because none of my other projects were kind of speaking to me or they required too much attention. So I'm like, let me just cast on a simple throw. Simple throw, nothing fancy. So went into Walmart, picked up a couple skeins of this. This is Mandala Ombre in the Zen colorway. Really, really pretty. And then I also picked up a couple skeins of their in-house acrylic. Walmart makes it and it's gray. It's gray. So got a couple skeins of that. And then as I cast on, I think 200 chains. I'm like, okay, that should be sizable. Turns out it's very sizable. So while we were driving, I actually made quite a bit of progress on the blanket. So when I got home, I wanted to see how wide it was. So threw it out onto our bed and realized that it was actually the width of our bed. And I'm like, well, okay, I guess I could just keep crocheting and we could have an Afghan for our bed. So I ordered more yarn. So I have enough yarn to finish. But now I'm thinking, do I really want this for our bed? I don't know, guys. It's a little not the vibe that's happening in our bedroom. So I don't know if I want to rip it out or keep going. I may as well keep going because, yeah, look, I've come so far. I may as well. I have the yarn to do it. So this is real-time decision making, guys. I'm making this decision now as I'm speaking to the camera. So I thought I was gonna just say to hell with it, rip it back, and just crochet a normal, small, average size throw. But I think I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna keep it on and maybe one day finisher. I don't know. I don't know. Does this look familiar, guys? The Battenberg blanket by Sandra Paul. I cast this on, I don't know how many years ago, 5 years ago, maybe, I don't know. We were still living in Brooklyn. Yeah, I mean, the yarn that I had reminded me of Battenberg cake, and I just thought the yarn and the pattern went hand in hand. This might have been a pandemic cast on. I could be wrong, but I believe this was a pandemic cast on. Yes, it was. I remember. I just wanted to crochet tiny little squares. I believe that was the case, yeah. So I cast this on, and I've just been, working on this project intermittently over the years, picking it up, putting it down. And I believe last year I pulled this out and put a little dent in it. But then I realized I wasn't going to have enough yarn of, what is it, the Gumi 50, Bergère Gumi 50 in this colorway. They don't make it anymore. I have not been able to find it anywhere. Online in D-stashes, but last year when I mentioned that, so many of you lovely viewers reached out to me offering to send me your skein of Bergère Gumi 50 in this exact colorway, and oh my goodness, guys, truly thank you. You are the best. You are the best, and I cannot thank you enough. I did in fact take a few of you up on it and offered to pay for shipping and the yarn. So, I have enough yarn, I think, to make a substantial throw. So we are good. We are great. Yeah, I don't know. I go through fits and spurts. Is that the term? Fits and spurts? English? I don't know. Yeah, I revisit this project every now and again, put a little dent in it, and then let it fall to the wayside. But I do want the FO. I do want the FO, and it's just, yeah, it's one of those projects that is comforting when I need it. Speaking of tote bags, yeah, I kind of abandoned this. I kind of gave up on it just because it was hurting my hand so much. But this is a knitting project. This was a petite knit cast on. I think this was the French market bag. Anyway, my friend Guro, I don't know if Guro is watching, hello, but she inspired me to cast this on. I saw her working on it, and she was holding together 2 strands of, again, Aunt Lydia's size 10 crochet thread together, and a strand of DMC metallic embroidery thread. And I was like, that is so cool. I love that combination of thread and yarn. I want to make it for myself, so I cast it on. And I think because the yarn is cotton, it doesn't have any elastic in it, it was really hurting my hands while I was knitting it, because if you look closely, it has kind of like this, I don't know, I forgot what stitch this is called, but it's like, it's like a wrap stitch or something. Anyway, it was really hurting my hands, and it just became not enjoyable to work on. So I kind of forgot about it. But after crocheting this guy right here, I'm thinking about just crocheting something similar, but just a plain tote using this yarn combo, So I might have a little fun making something. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Again, watch this space. But look how big this thing is. This thing is huge. I got, this is a jumbo skein of, skein, potato, of Aunt Lydia's crochet thread that I got at a discount from a store in Maine that Dennis and I went to, Rennie's. If you go to Maine, you might be familiar with Rennie's. It's just one of these, surplus stores where you can get anything there, like clothing, home goods, supplies, tools. They've got it all, and then they also have a craft section. So that was really cool. But yeah, the thread that I'm using is DMC metallic embroidery thread. Let me see if I can hold that up closer. Yeah. I actually had to order, in order for me to have enough yardage of this to make this project, I had to go to the DMC website and order a whole box of this thread, because I think there's only 55 yards per spool, so I needed like 1,000 yards. So thankfully they were having a sale, so I got a little bargain on it, which was always good. So anyway, yeah, those are my plans for that project. Okay, my friends, I think that'll do it for me. I hope you enjoyed hearing about all of my crochet projects that I've been working on or have kind of sort of forgotten. It was fun bringing those out and just kind of reassessing, like, where do I see these projects going, you know? I think next time I'm going to be talking about some English paper piecing, because that's been going strong too. I've also been doing a lot of weaving, so I definitely want to catch you up on that. Again, spinning is going strong. Many of you said that you want to see a video of me drop spindling on my Turkish spindle and supported spindle. Again, should you choose to support this channel, I cross-post the same content across all the platforms, so Substack, YouTube, and Patreon. But I have a lot of fun stuff planned for bonus content. So, you know, if you can't get enough of yours truly, if you want to see more Kristen, more Voolenvine, consider becoming a member. And again, your support definitely helps me keep making videos like this. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you're new here and you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe down below. I'm putting out videos for your viewing pleasure every other week. And until the next video, happy making. Bye.